the end of the world. Don't talk nonsense. If the world is dying, the world may be, not Spain. Even Spain can die. On your knees and pray for mercy. It's the comet of evil, not of Spain. There will always be a Spain. It's a sign of war. That's sure. It's nothing of the sort. That depends. Nonsense. It's only the heat of Cadiz. That's enough. It's terrifying, the noise it makes. It's deafening. It means our city's doomed. Alas, poor Cadiz, you have doomed. Quiet, quiet. Go back home, all of you. You've seen what you have seen, and that's enough. Much to do for nothing, and nothing will come of it. Cadiz is still Cadiz, after all. Still, it's a warning. Signs in the heaven are sent to warn us. A great, terrible God. There's a war coming. It's a sign of war. That's old wives' tales, you dolt. We have too much intelligence nowadays, thank goodness, to believe such superstitious nonsense. So you say. And that's the way one surf of running into trouble. Stupid as pigs. That's what you clever folk are. And don't forget, pigs end up with their throats slit. Go back to your homes. War is our concern, not yours. I only wish it was, but what happens when there's war? The officers die in their beds, and it's we who get in the neck. That's Nada. Listen to him. Nada the half-wit. Tell us, Nada. You should know. What does that thing portend? You never like what I have to tell you. You always laugh at me. Why not ask that medical student instead? He's going to be a doctor soon, and he should know. Me? I talk to my bottle. Diego, tell us what it means. What does that matter to you? You keep stout hearts, and all will be well. Ask the officer what he thinks about it. The officer thinks you people are committing a breach of the peace. The officer is lucky. He does his job and has no use for highfalutin ideas. Look, it's off again. Oh, great and terrible God. Stop, that's enough. Poor Cadiz. Listen, it's sizzling. Means we're all done for. Keep quiet, damn you. So there you are. I, not a luminary of this city, begot by grace of my superior wit and knowledge, drunkard out of disdain for everything and my loathing for your esteem, flouted by you because I alone have kept intact the freedom that comes of scorn. I, Nada, the prophet, am moved to give you, now that the fireworks are over, a warning, gratis and guaranteed correct. So let me tell you, we are in for it, definitely in for it, and we're going to be in it up to the neck. Mind you, we've been in for it for quite a while. Only it took a drunkard like myself to know that. For what, you ask me? That's for you to guess, my brainy friends. I formed my own opinion long ago, and I have no intention of departing from it. Life and death are one, and man's for the burning. Yes, you're heading for trouble. Take my word for it. That comet was a bad omen, sure enough. A warning to you all. Ah, you don't believe me. Just as I expected, provided you eat your 3 meals, work your 8 hours a day, and pay the keep of your 2 women. You think that all is well and you're in step. And so you are, marching in step like a chain gang. Mighty pleased with yourselves, treading the good old beaten track only, my worthy friends. Don't forget you're marching to calamity. There you have my warning. My conscience, anyhow, is clear. But you need not worry. They are bearing you in mind. And you know what that means. They're holy terrors. That's enough, Nada. I will not bless. I will not permit blasphemy. You've been taking liberties, disgraceful liberties, with the Creator far too long. Oh, come now, Judge. Did I say anything about the Creator? I heartily approve of all he does. Write to him a judge in my own fashion. I've read in books that it's wiser to be hand in glove with him than to be his victim. What's more, I doubt if God is really to blame. Once men start upsetting the apple cart and slaughtering each other, you soon discover that God, though he too knows the ropes, is a mere amateur compared with them. It's rascals of your sort who bring these celestial warnings, for mark my words, that comet was a warning, but it was meant for those whose hearts are evil. And who of you can say his heart is pure? Therefore I bid you fear the worst, and pray God to pardon your offenses. Down on your knees, then, on your knees. Fear nada, fear kneel. It's no use asking me to kneel. My leg's too stiff. As for fearing, I'm prepared everything, even the worst, by which I mean your precious piety. So you believe in nothing, wretched man, in nothing in the world except wine, and in nothing in heaven. Oh, Lord, forgive him, for he knows not what he says. And spare the city of thy children. Ite missa est, Diego, stand me a bottle at the sign of the comet, and tell me how your love affair is progressing. I am engaged to the judge's daughter, Nada, and I'll ask you to stop insulting her father. You're insulting me as well. These are the governor's orders. Let each of you withdraw from hence and return to his work. Good governments are governments under which nothing happens. Thus it is the governor's will that nothing will happen here, so that his government may remain benevolent as it has always been. Therefore we appraise you, the townsfolk of Cadiz, that nothing has occurred to justify alarm or discomposure, and accordingly, as from this sixth hour, each of you is ordered to deny that any comet has ever risen on the horizon of our city. All who disregard this order, any citizen who speaks of comets otherwise than as natural phenomena, past or to come, will be punished with the utmost rigor of the law. Well, Diego, what do you think of that? Clever, ain't it? Clever? I'd say ridiculous. Lying is always a fool's game. No, it's good administration. What's more, I heartily approve of it, since object is to knock the bottom out of everything. Ah, how lucky are to have such a governor. If his budget shows a deficit of his good lady shares her bed with all and sundry, he just writes off the deficit and turns a blind eye to our goings on. Cuckolds, your wives are faithful, crippled, you can walk, and you, the blind, can see. The hour of truth has struck. Don't play the bird of ill omen, you old screech owl, for the hour of truth is the hour of the death blow. Exactly. Death to all the world, I say. If only I could have the whole world before me, tense and quivering like a bull in the arena, his small eyes red with fury, and the foam on his pink muzzle like a frill of dirty lace. Old as it is, my arm wouldn't falter. I'd slit the spinal cord with one clean cut, and the huge brute would topple over and fall through the abyss of space and time down to the crack of doom. You despise too many things, Nada. Save up your scorn. Some day you'll need it. I need nothing. My scorn will see me through till my last hour, and nothing on this rotten earth of ours, no king, no comet, no moral code, will ever get me down. Steady, Nada. Don't exalt yourself like that, or we shall like you less. I am above everything now. I have ceased to feel the need of anything. No one is above honor. And what, my son, is honor? It is what holds my head up. Honor is merely a natural phenomenon, past or yet to come, so cut it out. Have it your own way, Nada. Anyhow, I must be off. She's expecting me. That's why I don't believe in your gloomy prophecies. I'm too busy being happy, and that's a full-time occupation which calls for peace and goodwill everywhere. I've told you already, my son, that we are in it already, up to the neck. So abandon hope. The comedy is starting. In fact, I've only just time enough to hurry to the market and drink a bottle to the triumph of death.